Meet Chris G. He's a tradesman who doesn't just build cars, he builds dreams.
It all started in 1990 with a Cobra that took 13 years to finish. Next came a Clubman V8, a lovely project that his wife wasn't exactly thrilled with. Then the GT40. When someone told him he didn't have the ability to build it, Chris just thought, F you. And now he's building a Lola T70 from just 4 photos posted on his shed's wall.
I did my first car build in 1990. I saw a Cobra in a drink advert and it hooked me straight away. Later, while working at a chap's house who had started a build but given up on it, I asked my wife if I could buy it and make it work. She wasn't overjoyed about the idea, but she let me go ahead. At the time we were building our own home, so it was a big ask. That build ended up taking me 13 years to get on the road. The only thing I didn't do myself was rebuild the engine. I only spent money on the build from what I earned doing weekend work. Half of that money went towards the Cobra and the other half went to my wife. We share everything. For me, the build is everything, not the driving of the cars. In fact, I get a bit embarrassed about driving them. I finally finished the Cobra in 2003. 12 months later, I was talking to a friend who was building a Clubby to help him with the sudden passing of his son. I got the urge to have a go at a Clubby too. But being a big fat bugger, I soon worked out that it would need to be bigger, and always having V8s, the journey began without the knowing of my wife. Once I had the chassis roughly knocked up at work and the 350 Chevy sitting in it, I got the courage to tell my wife. Sort of. I went to a local swap meet on a Saturday, and when I got home I told the bride, oh by the way, I bought another car. I did not get fed for a week. So the Clubby took about 4 years to build. Then in 2010 I said to my wife, I'm going to build a GT40. I bought a chassis and body off a middleman, and when he delivered it, the chassis was a piece of shite. So I scrapped most of that and remade my own along the same diameter. Had a builder of GT40s come to my house for a shed visit, and he said that I did not have the ability to build a GT40. So I thought, fuck you. I'm now 10 years into the GT40 build. Some subtle differences that I've made to my GT40 as I've been building it. The bottom sills I made out of alloy and reprofiled both ends of them to follow the wheels a little bit better than what the fiberglass ones were. Rear clip and front clip have no external fixings holding them down. It's all done internally. Rear clip from inside the cabin. Front clip from inside the door opening. I know the door gaps might be a little bit bigger than a lot of people's, but I had to keep them all the same so that the door would open and not bind up at all to give me a little bit of clearance. The ridge that I see in a lot of GT40s above the door that goes right through to the rear spider, we've taken away. This car started off with a square bottom on the side window openings. Reprofiled that. Rear screen will be just Sikaflexed in, no big rubber seal. All the vents have been colour matched to the body. Rear spoiler has bosses glassed into the body, adjustable up and down. LED tail lights. I couldn't justify the money for original looking ones. Side mirrors will need to come up a little bit, as in spaced out and up. but I'll make that work. That's the boss for the rear clip fixing. And the front clip is just inside the door there. All the openings, we've tried to achieve a consistent thickness. When you open the front and rear clip, it's the same sort of thickness, same as around the door, same as around the wheel arches. LED lights. These little vents we glassed in a bit more of a section over the top so that if it goes up a bit further so you don't just see a turned over edge. Front nostril, it's fixed in from underneath with some fasteners that are bonded into the underside of it. I think there's 6 of them. All in all, I'm pretty happy with what's come out so far. Cheers. So I'll show you a bit of an update on the Lola T70 replica, copy, or just my interpretation of a Can-Am style race car. I've been doing a little bit on the body of late. I've started on an alloy body. I'm not a bodybuilder by trade. I'm just a normal bloke in his shed having a bit of a crack. Got some suspension work still to do on it, but we'll slowly get there. I hope to have it ready for its first outing at Geelong Revival next year. So we'll see what happens. All the gauges are wired up now. I've also made a relay box and fuse panel that fits into the door aperture, so it's easy to get to the fuses. Bit of temporary wiring there, as you can see, so that we could run the engine. I have a good friend called Tony. He's been trying to put a fuel map in it to make it run a little bit better, but he's struggling because he's working with a bit of a dope at the other end of the computer called me. So we have had the motor running, runs pretty good. A little bit rattly at the moment, but yeah, not quite sure what that is. The engine builder's going to work that out. The trumpets, I did a pencil drawing of what I wanted. I sent it to another mate over in the UK called Paul from Mofast. He did a CAD drawing of it for me. I then sent it to my friend Tony, and he 3D printed them out of carbon nylon. They seem to be holding up quite well at the moment. So haven't had any issues with it. I'll see if it'll start up for you. As I say, I've still got some suspension work to do on a couple of sides, a bit of wiring, and I reckon I could take it for a drive, other than putting the gearbox in the back of it. I've been waiting on some parts for that from Subi Gears. Hopefully they'll turn up soon so I can put all the gearbox together, and we'll see what it does. Alright, I'll see if it starts. Hope you enjoyed the little video. And hopefully the next one you'll see it maybe on the track somewhere. I do nearly everything myself, as I am a tight ass. Then came the Lola T70. A mate had access to a body mould, so I got one laid up and that started that. I am just over 2 years into this build. The chassis has been built from 4 photos I have on the wall of my shed, using similar methods as when they were done back in the day. Not an exact replica, but my interpretation. It will hopefully end up with an alloy body. My builds are not show quality, but they don't have to be as long as I am happy with the result. That's all that matters.
If you believe in chasing your passion, hit like. If you want more incredible builder stories, subscribe. And for Chris's full journey, stay tuned for an upcoming live shed visit with Chris.
Just a dream. The next day you called me up, you told me I'm your little buttercup. You came over and you fell into my arms. Well, I know what I feel. Please tell me